Seriously, every single time I record some sort of big distraction, such as, I don't know, the firehouse. Hold on, let's just wait until they go by. This is one of the ever most awesome benefits in living near a fire department is the fire alarm. Just waiting for you guys. Just waiting. Yeah, I'm just sitting here waiting for you to stop. Yeah, Hello everybody, and welcome back to Minecraft. This is, I believe, episode 8? I think 8, I'm not sure. As you can tell with my discontent in my voice. I'll check later. Sorry, that was my chair. As you can tell in the last 2 videos, I was not feeling well. I got laryngitis for nearly a whole week, and I wanted to get a couple of videos out, and those were the only ones I could do. You can tell I made a giant tree farm and used glass to make the trees not be, ginormous. And this is the area to where I showed the time-lapse videos, and I clipped them, and I cut them down to fit the desired time frame I wanted to do, which was about 15 minutes, maybe less than 15 minutes. I wanted to get something out last time, otherwise people would be like, "You're dead. Are you dead? You must be dead. Are you dead? Are you sure you're dead? Are you alive?" People just want to make sure that, I just wanted to make sure that, yes, I'm still alive, but I was going to record. However, that weekend I could not speak. My voice was raspy, and I was also getting over a cold, which was kind of sucky. But this is the area to the tunnel. This was the tunnel to the enchanting area, and then you come down over here. You come down this corner, and then there's a nice little stairway to go down into the enchanting and mob farm area. And over there is the spawner to the spawner thingamabobber block, spawner block. And I need food. And the mob farm consists of I think it's like 9 blocks of water that shoots the mobs down into a little trench, and then that trench is filled both sides with water, and it will make the mobs it'll push the mobs down into the area here, and then the larger zombies will be pushed up into a water elevator, which consists of water and signs. Up, I believe it's 10 blocks, pushed over 8 blocks, and then they get to drop down here so that I can kill them for XP. And if you haven't catched that in the videos prior, that's basically the explanation, if you haven't catched it. And then I proceeded to widen this area, make it look pretty, and then, make the the area out to my spawn area, to my little base, out towards this area. If my character can run, and then out towards the tree farm. There's a little path, as you can tell, out to the house right here. So that's the area. I'm sorry that I couldn't explain it further. I've just been sick, and I've been really frazzled with work. I now have 3 children signed up for the daycare. So, and one of them is actually 10 years old. The other 2 are 5 and 3. So I am trying to do it as best as I can with YouTube, with gaming videos, and in here. But you know, my business is slowly picking up. I'm doing not great, not what I want it to. I want it to at least get 6 children in by July, and I only have 3 children signed up, and that's the progression I didn't want. I hoped that it would be 6, but it's not going to happen. Let's see. I did try to, mine here on my single player world, and I couldn't get any more. I couldn't get any diamonds. I don't know if I stripped my area of diamonds or something happened, but I did make a small mine shaft down here. We'll go right down here into the area. I should have gotten a small little pool so that I don't have to kill myself. And I'm in the process of like mining the area. However, you know, you think that a business would pick up? Now let's talk about business. You think like a business would pick up after like 3 months? You know, especially in a small town. Like I live in a small town in the Catskills. If you don't know what town, I'm not gonna give you the town name, but it's a small town. We're less than 10,000 people, and you think, oh, okay, you know, being part of a small town, everybody's going to, you know, okay, it's small town business. You think, okay, you know, they're going to support that business, they're going to, you know, do everything. Granted, yes, businesses are supported. You know, small town businesses are widely supported, especially here in the Catskills. But not so much with daycare, because a lot of people are very wary about daycare, especially, you know, families, small families, big families, families of families, and you're trying to adhere to the mothers and the fathers and the grandparents, and the majority of my clients right now, the kids right now, are from grandparents, and they get custody of these children, and they're also working. You know, you got these grandparents who are 45, 50 years old. And the majority of the children here come from a lot of broken families. And you think, well, the grandparents or the parents are going to pay for the child care, when in fact, you're trying to run a business, you're trying to run it, and it's hard for the people who are part of these families, because first of all, they don't know who they're going to get their child. They don't know who's going to take care of their child. You don't know. They're complete strangers. But being from a small town, you think, oh, everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everyone here. You have generations of families, and even their grandparents went to school with everybody else's grandparents. But that's actually not the case. I just broke my pick. But there's a lot of communities here. There's a big community of very well-known people that go back generations. I am a living child of one of the small town families that just have a good time, and whose mother and father went to school with other people, and they remember everything. It's a small community, it's a small town, but we know everybody. However, you got people coming up from the city who don't know you, who are like, I'm not sure who you are. I came up from, New York City or from New Jersey or, Vermont, and you're trying to adhere to everybody else. But everybody else, they don't know you. So, when it comes to childcare, they're really wary about who is taking care of their children. I sound really redundant, but it's that, and it's also the families who can't afford. I live in one of the most poorest counties in New York State. We're one of the poorest counties in New York State, and it's sort of hard to just try to, make a living off of, income of families. That's why a lot of times I will try to reduce the price for struggling families, because it is hard here in this county, and it's hard. People think, oh, it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy because everybody wants childcare. That's true. Everybody wants childcare. But nobody can afford childcare because daycare is so expensive. That's why a lot of people here in this county look towards Head Start programs, because Head Start programs are free. And they're run by the government. They're funded by the government, and they're run by the state. And Head Start gets a good amount of money a year, but they have to. Ow, you little turd biscuit! Seriously, I'm trying to talk here. What was I saying? Oh, and they have to adhere to government rules. I have to adhere to a lot of daycare rules, but it's the rules of the government. Do not destroy my crops. I'm going to kill you. But the government heads everything now. Childcare is just one of those professions where it's just fully regulated because it is childcare. Head Start, I used to work for Head Start. I was a substitute teacher for, oh God, two and a half years. And it's hard because they're government funded, so the government has the say in the majority of their situations. It's childcare, you know. You're caring for someone's child. It's going to be highly regulated. And it's also hard because people who look for childcare look for things such as Head Start. You know, Head Start, government program. It's free. But everybody in this county, everybody wants to get into that free program. But, you know, you can only have so many people, so many kids in one area. The majority of children in one area is 20. In just one classroom is 20, especially in Head Start. Head Start is one of the most regulated because of government, but they also have the biggest turnouts for childcare because everybody wants to get into that program. Everyone wants to sign their 4-year-old child up for that program because it's free, because they don't have to pay everything. And whoever is left has to pay for childcare because they're at work for 8 hours a day. And it's hard, especially with low-income families. And I'm trying to adhere to that low-income family. It's really hard. And I understand because I'm this person who's trying to make a living. I'm also trying to provide childcare and actual support for the family. You know, I'm trying to get a schedule out. I'm trying to help these families meet the needs for their children. You know, their physical, emotional, cognitive support. You know, I went to school for this stuff. I'm still going to school for this stuff. And it's hard, especially when you're going to school, you're running a business, and you're having competition with other people who are opening daycares. It's not like that here in a small county because this county is not regulated. It's regulated, but there's not enough daycares. So people who try to get into daycare, they can't afford it because we're a poor county, or one of the poorest counties in New York State. It's the way it is. So, you know, I'm trying to make ends meet. It's hard, and I'm trying to provide that care, that support. I'm trying to grow as a business and as a person and help other children grow and, you know, meet the needs, what they need, you know. I go as young as 6 weeks. It's just absolutely crazy how, you know, one child will grow and the other child will be stagnant, and you're trying to push everything along as best as you can. Is it raining now? Oh yeah, it's raining. So I've just been completely I've been completely up and down situation. It's just, you know, I've been sick, I have been busy, I have just been so exhausted lately. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to open up the daycare, to greet my first child. It's been one of those things. And then on top of that, I have people coming in, family and friends wanting to see the place. And I'm trying to schedule as much as I can. And today is the only day I could sit down and record this. It's just, God, it's just been pain. I can't even afford to go to Minecon. It's just been, I've been busy. I can't take off in the middle of work. I can't take off and, do everything. I'm the only primary caregiver. Granted, I do have substitutes, but that's when I get, severely sick, when I come down with the flu, or, a nasty case of diarrhea, I cannot put off a lot of stuff. And I have to schedule a lot of things, including meals and daily activities. I have to adhere to the schedule that I've given myself and that the state wants me to give for childcare. I'm trying to do it all. And I've been emotionally frazzled. If I seem redundant in this episode, I am so sorry. It's a talky episode. And it's just, where I've been, what happened to me, what's going on. It's been one of those weeks.